At the height of the Cold War, U.S. businesses boasted that communism couldn't beat the American way of sharing the bounty of a thriving economy.
The wealth produced within American capitalism is widely distributed throughout our population.
That was then. But in the years since, the balance has dramatically shifted.
It's clear, I think, that the incomes are less equal than they've been in some period of time.
Back in the mid-1970s, the top 10% of American earners captured about 33% of the nation's income. That share steadily grew so that 30 years later, the top 10% was taking home more than 50%. And over the same period, the 1% at the very top went from gobbling 9% to 24% of the total pie, slipping just slightly since the recession. During America's fast-growing years under Presidents Clinton and Bush, the earners at the very top 1% saw their real incomes after inflation grow by an average 11% a year. But the other 99% enjoyed virtually no growth in their earnings.
When you have economic problems,
analysts say the upper earners can thank superior education and relatively scarce professional skills for most of their wage gains. As for the economic losers, most can blame the loss of 3.5 million U.S. manufacturing jobs in this decade alone for their bad luck.
So the supply is relatively large, the demand has been declining, and that has suppressed the growth of wages in those populations.
Show me the money!
The widening income gap poses a challenge to the American political system. That's not only a socialist point of view.
If you have an increasing sense that the rewards of capitalism are being distributed unjustly, the system will not stand.
Nevertheless, most Americans are not inclined to narrow the gap now by squeezing more taxes from the wealthy. Just last week, voters in the state of Washington, the home of Bill Gates, America's richest person, resoundingly rejected a new state income tax targeting people earning more than $200,000 a year. And in the new Congress, the resurgent Republicans claim they now have a mandate to extend soon-to-expire tax cuts on millionaires along with the middle class. Tom Ackerman, Al Jazeera, Washington.